A man wakes up in the middle of the desert without understanding how he got there or who he is. Suddenly he sees an old man trying to escape pursuit. The man helps the old man, but the old man dies in his arms. After he had time to give his number, 554 advised him to go to him and tell him that he had escaped. After putting up with the stranger, the man left for the village. He asks the taxi driver to take him to the station, but the driver doesn't understand the meaning of the word. He speaks of her daughter and calls her name 832. The man remembers the old man and he asks to be taken to 554. A man finds her in a bar and delivers a message from her 9 to 3, but her woman is frightened and asks him not to get involved. At that time, she heard footsteps and a dog barking outside, and the girl told the man to run away. As he climbs the fire escape, he sees a man in a white suit throwing a grenade into his hand. The man then feels dizzy, everything swims in front of him, and he wakes up in a hospital room to find a man in a white suit calling him number 6. He later explains that New York does not exist, but number 6 has always lived in villages, as his thesis shows. Number 6 is taken home, but he looks around and goes out into the street and sees cheerful, happy people. He bought a map of the village, but nothing was marked there. Outside, a female doctor catches up with a man on the street, staring at the ghostly skyscraper spires on the horizon, trying to persuade him not to look for an exit. She then hopped into an empty cab on the curb and drove off into the desert. But when you climb the mountain, all you see in the distance are sand and stones. The story goes back to a night in New York when Michael meets a girl at a bar. The next moment the doctor found him lying on the sand and took him to the village. When number 6 wakes up, he tells them about their encounter at the bar, but can't remember what happened next. Number 6 arrives in town and finds house 93 after noticing that the number on the door of the house matches the name of the resident. Not knowing what she is looking for, she searches the apartment. Then number 2 comes in with a young man. Once again he convinces the man that there is nothing but the village, to which number 6 rationally says, that way, number 6 will be able to get to the bottom of the truth. Her 6 in numbers goes back to her 554 and the girl confesses that the old man had a painting of her own life before he died. Meanwhile, the taxi driver and his wife receive an invitation to number 2's house, where they begin questioning number 6. At this point 554 promises that if she tells him everything she knows, he won't come back. And the girl gives him a picture of her own dream. In it number 6 recognizes the Statue of Liberty, which excites the man. It means he's not crazy and there are other people dreaming of getting out of here. At this point, the number 2 mayor enters his wife's bedroom and puts a potion into the emotionless woman's mouth. At that moment, his son walks through the door, unable to comprehend that number 6 believes in the existence of another place. Meanwhile, number 6 comes to the cemetery and sees a grave prepared for the 93-year-old. As such, management plans to fake his funeral to keep rumors at bay. A doctor finds him here. Number 6 suggests lying on the floor and looking at the stars. There are millions of worlds out there, he says. Is there really only one? And where did the name of the great come from? Number 6 speaks of a girl named Lucy in his memory. In the morning, number 6 went to 554's bar but was stopped on the doorstep after hearing an explosion in the room. Before she knew it, 554 was there, but the girl who followed 93's advice and went to the tower died. The man tries to get her doctor to understand what happened, but the woman is frightened to death and she pleads not to make things worse. Number 6 goes to number 2's house, blames number 2 for the woman's death, and promises to find a way out for her. He runs towards the tower, but a huge white sphere appears in front of him, and he faints. In his delirium, memories flash of a boy playing in front of number 6 on the beach. In fact, he sees a man who calls himself a brother. Number 2 tries to convince him to go on a date with him, but number 6 doesn't believe him when he shows him pictures of his childhood and reminds him of the scars he suffered as a child. Number 2 convinces the man to see a psychiatrist. His brother takes number 6 to his house, where he is delighted to be welcomed by his nephews, and his brother's wife announces that she cooked number 6's favorite dish and invites him to watch the show with them. The two never miss it. The second son watches his father drug his mother, but hides and shows no interest. Meanwhile, number 6 tells his brother that he has everything wrong around him. He goes to a psychiatrist and remembers Lucy in the process. He then tells her that he has seen seagulls living by her water's edge. It turned out that there were 2 doctors. Number 6 aborts session. Outside, his brother catches up with him as he finds a way to restore number 6's memory. He takes him to the workshop where he is warmly welcomed by his colleagues. 6 turned out to be the bus driver. The man takes the wheel and tours the village, his younger brother serving as a guide to the local attractions. Meanwhile, the psychiatrist reports to number 2. Number 6 is haunted by memories of an unlikely alternate life. The mayor then confesses that it is his fault that his wife has become this way and that if his son finds out who his real father is, he can leave her. He demands that number 6 do whatever it takes to make him believe in this reality. At this point the tour bus leaves the village and number 6 finds an anchor on the sandy beach. He avoided it and tried to convince others that the object was real. There must be an ocean. He again sees a vision of 2 boys on the beach and his brother takes him to an abandoned building. This is where they played when they were kids, but number 6 can't remember it. Doctors then try to disprove the memory. Now, would someone intentionally invent an alternate reality? Michael again thinks of Lucy. Why would she approach him on the very day he was fired? A new day begins as usual, but with constant melodrama. Number 2's bus tour will be shortened to a resort where my brother's family won the lottery. The man is overjoyed and expects number 6 to come, but he is at a loss when he has questions about the sea. Meanwhile, number 6 sees the doctor looking at sketches of Big Ben and the Statue of Liberty he has pulled out of his pocket. Number 6 accused her of espionage, and she remembers telling Lucy about her job as an analyst at Summer Call. There she was watching surveillance tapes and collecting data on people. And he was discouraged when he realized that he was encroaching on the privacy of others. That night, number 2's son asks his father about his childhood because he can't remember his childhood. Number 2 advises him to put aside all doubts about his family, but number 6 dreams of his brother going into the water and ignoring the cries. He then leads 313 to the ruins because he feels a strange connection to this place. Tracing his memory, he finds an old box containing notes he wrote as a child. The doctor thinks the village is proof that it is real, but number 6 doubts it and insists it's a ruse. Michael flashes back again. As he explains to Lucy why he is leaving Summer Call, she suddenly admits that she also works for the company. She told him not to expect the stalking to stop once he was released. On the same day, number 6 was stopped in the street by a woman on a tour bus. She once heard the sound of the sea in the desert. The two drive to the desert together, but no matter how far they walk on the sand, the woman cannot find the place. Number 6 is distracted by a bus on its way to the resort. The man rushes to the village, where his brother's family is waiting at the bus stop. When number 6 finally arrives, they decide to take their work bus to the resort. On the way, number 6 notices and approaches the tower, but images of despair when his brother goes missing at sea flash in his mind. A man is crying at the anchor's feet. Vision changes. Number 6 is tied to a pole and number 2 is holding a grenade in his mouth. An explosion occurs and number 6 regains consciousness with his brother's screams begging him to get up. A confused number 6 apologizes for his actions and is ready to accept 16 as his brother when he suddenly admits otherwise. He was forced to lie. I don't know what they want, but it has something to do with another place and I'm afraid for my life. But number 6 promises to join forces and stand up for themselves. 16 searches the sea with 6 and a winking woman. When they finally found it, 16 happily jumped into the water. Number 6 remembers his brother's disappearance and tells him to stop, but a giant white ball emerges from the water and the man disappears. Number 6 told 313 about it and headed to the place together, but instead of the sea, there was a sand dune in front of him. He returned to tell his family of his brother's death, but people were crazy about the pod. Number 6 cries out in despair and is taken away by the clinic staff, but number 2 arrives and pities the man who has lost control. He refused to have a jersey number in place of his name, but since he can't remember his real name, he agreed to be number 6. Number 6 then meets a man who takes him to number 2 for an important meeting. Realizing that her 313 was dreaming of her, Lucy attempts to move out of Michael's apartment while trying to sketch what she saw in New York, but Michael catches her and asks why. Demand that you tell her the truth if you are being followed. Number 2 introduces number 6 to a village spy named 909 who is looking for people who dream of another place. He suggests that the men work together because it benefits both sides. One to get the job done, the other to satisfy your curiosity. 909 tells him that the cell investigators don't know each other and that someone is likely watching them. They are related to number 1955, a history teacher, but one of his students called him. To get closer to the suspect, number 6 works at a school and observes number 2's history class. Number 6 asks about her number 1, but gets the answer that there is no such thing and has never been. Number 6 then tries to provoke the teacher by asking about other places, but the teacher doesn't move and says it's okay here. After this conversation, when I met with 313, he shared the conclusion that everyone around him lived in fear. 909 and number 6 then watch over the history teacher. 909 finds it suspicious because he likes swimming and always eats alone. To make matters worse, teachers lead a group of runners perfect for dreamers. During this conversation, number 6 noticed that 313 was in front of the running group. The next day number 6 is having a lesson and one of his students shows him the latest tracking machine. He gives his students an assignment. Find out who everyone is working for and what their goals are. That night, when number 2 gives his wife a black pill, she wakes up in the middle of the night. Number 6 and 909 climb onto the roof of the teacher's house and observe him on camera. 909 asks his partner to bring him coffee from the truck, where number 6 discovers surveillance logs. He looks into it and discovers that he is the real 909 missionary and that 313 has suspicions as well. While the couple were talking about their son, number 2 gave her a sip of wine and her wife got dizzy again. A man notices that surveillance cameras have been installed in his garden. At this point, the teacher also realizes that he is being watched and cuts his own throat. Number 6 insists the man should be taken to the hospital. The next day, a taxi driver was playing with his daughter in the backyard when a large hole appeared in the ground. Meanwhile, number 6 searches the doctor's rooftop and finds a camera, but he is unaware that he is being captured by a nearby camera. Number 2 calls 909 and shows them the camera they found. He notices that his son is acting strangely and wonders if number 6 has made contact with his son. The agent denies it, but number 2 doesn't trust him. Number 6 follows 909 to a bar with the mayor's son, revealing the two to be romantically involved. Number 6 recalls Lucy's confession that after reading Michael's report, she understood why Samakor was trying to stop Michael. In the village, he visits a hospital doctor and asks for help in finding other dreamers, but he denies that the man has been involved in any activities. The conversation is interrupted when number 6 realizes he is being followed. He chases a strange man, but he loses sight of him, unaware that he is being watched by his students. The next day, number 2 gave orders to number 6 to spy on his 909, but he wanted to warn the doctor first. Only women show him surveillance photos of themselves. He's the very agent that climbed onto their roof. At this point, number 2's son was outside the house waiting for his 909 call, but investigators suggested number 2 take a break as he suspected his sons. Number 6 comes in and finds her hugging. He demands that he stop following doctors. Otherwise their relationship will be public. His father then informed his son of the surveillance and said he could not trust 909. Determined to uncover all of Asia's secrets, number 2's son heads for 909 with a knife, but investigators don't even bother to resist. He turns his back on the man and has him killed. Meanwhile, number 6 runs into 313's house only to see her driven away in a black van. He rushes to 909 for help, but finds himself bleeding to death. Agent asks number 6 to confirm whether his dream is true, and he dies upon hearing the confirmation. In New York, Lucy tries to get Michael to admit why he quit his job, but suddenly discovers he's already dating people from the village. Number 6 finds number 2's son at the bar and asks you to help him find 313. Number 2's son sends him into a tunnel inhabited by masked dreamers, pretending the men are 6,909. In the tunnel number 6 finds an apprentice and helps him find a doctor. However, while they are looking for a way out, a cue ball appears. Number 6 then wakes up in his apartment as men in white coats come out the door. Meanwhile, number 2 informed his son of 909's death and asked him to search the pier. In New York, Lucy said she whispered Curtis' name in the decision hall and insisted she go to Samakor immediately. Michael kicks her out. She wrote down her number and asked that she call if she changed her mind. In the palace garden, number 2 treats the students to ice cream and thanks number 6 for stalking him. Later, her girl has to go to therapy because he has exposed her because she is also spying on him. At this point, number 6 is awakened by a female voice on TV telling him it's time to find a romantic couple. He went to 313 and she explained that this is how all couples find each other. There are now large holes in the ground, which he attributes to climate change. The sixth would go to Modern Love Bureau. I was skeptical at first. He was overjoyed when the system matched him with 415, a blind woman in New York who looked just like Lucy. Meanwhile, number 2 is having a conversation with the doctor. He knows that she is a dreamer and that she has to betray number 6 even though she loves him. Number 6 she goes see 415. The girl explains that her blindness is due to her childhood trauma. He tries to convince her that they have met before in another life and remembers how close they were in New York. She then tells the girl that she doesn't usually act so impulsively, and she agrees to let 415 go to apartment number 6. Actions jump at different times. Number 6 is Michael, who doesn't understand where he is and where he is in the village. He tries to prove to Lucy that they met in a previous life. The girl freaks out and walks away. The next morning, number 2 witnesses his son steal a sample of pills from the safe. The boy took them to the clinic and asked 313 to check the contents. His father then warns his son that once he learns the truth about the hole and his mother, there will be no turning back. Meanwhile, number 6 and 313 visit a taxi driver and his family. Canby shows a hole in the backyard. While the adults distract themselves with champagne, the girl falls into a hole and disappears. A village speaker announces that every home should have a pig to deal with extreme weather because breath has been proven to stabilize the atmosphere. The 147-yard hole was filled. After that, number 6 goes to number 2, wanting to know where the girl has gone, but he takes him to his hole and either marries 4-1-5 or jumps into the hole. I advise you to find out what is there directly. That night, under the supervision of number 2, the doctor injects number 6 and 415 with hormones that make people fall in love. The next day, number 6 visits 415's father and persuades him to consider marriage. In the evening, 313 meets with number 2's son and reveals the ingredients in his mother's medicine. One is a powerful tranquilizer, another is a hallucinogen, and another is of unknown origin. Meanwhile, number 6 tries to console No 147's family, who are suffering from a missing child, when the doctor finds No 2's wife asleep in No 2's bedroom. A man is interested in the possibility of reversing love. 313 expresses his feelings in a positive way, but he is against such methods of winning over men. That night, 313 goes to number 6 and confesses his feelings for him. When he goes to sleep, people come out of the clinic to pick him up. The doctor injects him with a drug, but the man wakes up and number 2 confesses that they have artificially induced his love. But the man disagrees with this word, his love is real and he intends to marry 415. New York, Lucy and Michael wake up together. Lucy feels like she's not herself anymore and she tries to leave, but Michael offers to make her breakfast. Girls ask for oranges. The man's consciousness doubles again. He proposes marriage to Lucy and 4-1-5 and they both say yes. On the day of the wedding, a doctor appears at the church and tells number 6 that his feelings will not last until the year 415. When the bride arrives, the sixth has 313 kisses. Sensing this, 415 runs into the desert. The number 6 catches up just before the attack of the white ball. Two women flash alternately. Lucy persuades Michael that it is dangerous and should leave, but 415 is thrown to the ground by a bright flash and thrown off the ball. 6 called Lucy and told her about her encounter in New York. She tried to deny it, but eventually agreed with what he said. Number 2 takes her to the village to break his heart. Number 6, who has fallen into a desperate situation, comes to see 147, who is also distraught. He wants to dive into another hole to find his daughter. Number 6 tries to persuade him to stop, but 415 jumps into the hole while his friend is stopped. At that moment, an apartment in New York explodes, and Michael, who is carrying oranges, witnesses it. Number 2's wife in New York opens her eyes. In New York, Michael tries to break into an apartment but is chased away. Lucy asked in her tape message to stay away from Samakoa, but Michael rushed there. This little number 6, unaware that a doppelganger was watching him from across the street, screamed at the palace gates and vowed to avenge the death of 4-1-5. Number 2 then finds his son in a bar. The son accuses his father of lying and wants to know where the village is. He admitted that his mother's thoughts were on him and that her mother had done everything for him. Number 2 gives his son the key to the safe containing the pills and offers to go out with his mother for the day. 313 woke up to find number 6 sitting by his bed. He remembered their kiss and gave her hand, but the woman begged him to stop. Number 6 goes. The next day, number 6 comes to visit her at the clinic. He laments her 4-1-5 and tries to find out what's in the hole. 313 wonders why he didn't worry about it last night. A confused number 6 claims that she never went to her house, and when she goes outside, she finds out that she got into an argument with a taxi driver yesterday. A confused number 6 returns home. His apartment is in ruins. There's a supermarket receipt on the floor and a mirror that says "See you later." New York, Michael's pass is no longer valid, but convinces the guards to let him go underground to get a new pass. Number 6 goes to the store and finds out that he bought a knife here yesterday. He tries to convince 147 that he has fought crooks before, but then sees his doppelganger. He chases number 6 to catch up, but the doppelganger knocks number 6 to the ground and stabs him in the throat. He demands that number 2, the person responsible for the death of 4-1-5, be killed. He then stabbed himself in the face and disappeared. Number 2 prepares to leave the palace, but finds number 6 warning of the appearance of a doppelganger who will break through the bodyguards and kill him. However, number 2 begins to behave strangely. He refused to drive, took off his suit and walked around the village. Meanwhile, number 2's son wakes his mother upon seeing a message warning him of the appearance of his father's doppelganger. Meanwhile, number 2 enters the store and asks for cigarettes. The salesman reluctantly gave him a cigarette and smoked with him. But after he left, the man called the clinic. While a mother and her son have lunch and a boy asks her mother for information about other places. However, the woman convinces him that the village has everything he needs. Number 6 again tries to warn number 2 of the danger, but he sees himself as a vagrant with no numbers and has no fear of death. However, when he saw a look-alike of number 6, he agreed to take the taxi driver's car, who took him home to protect him from wandering around without number 6. Rice field. Meanwhile, Michael goes to get a new map and finds out that the man is the owner of the village shop. Access experts are skeptical until Michael proves they have the same memory. 147 and his wife treat number 2 to cake until the agents arrive looking for the doppelganger. While her wife is out for a walk, number 2 escapes, unaware of a new hole in the garden. Number 2 then he came to 313 wondering if he wanted to see another place. He promises to grant her wish, even against her will. At this point, his son again asks her mother for permission to go to another location, and confesses that the hole appears when the woman is awake. She added that people born in this village could not live anywhere else. In despair, the son flees into the desert and throws away the key to his medicine cabinet. Meanwhile, 313 seeks comfort in number 6's arms, but he finds himself a double. Haunted by new visions, she escapes and finds herself in the middle of the desert. While number 6 tells number 2's son about his doppelganger and his intentions to kill his father, the boy reveals number 2's whereabouts and confesses that he recognizes number 2. He's a double and a killer. At the village church, number 6 finds number 2 and confesses that he started the village because he wanted to make a fresh start free from the indifference and cruelty of the real world. But apparently he was wrong. He recognizes his doppelganger and is not afraid to die. The doppelganger grabs the number 2 and reveals the real number 6. He stops the double. They will only win if they are united. At this point, number 6's doppelganger disappears and number 2's son finds a key in the sand to put his mother back to sleep. Number 2 returns home and explains that his double has been found and arrested. The owner is dragged into the clinic. 313 finds a glass door with the Samico logo in the middle of the desert and enters. At the same time, Michael and Master go to the work floor, a room full of monitors. The villager's profile is displayed. Michael recognizes people from the report as subjects. He sees Lucy's recorded warning on the monitor. 313 walks down the corridor and encounters a vision. She runs away to the desert. Michael goes to the floor window and sees Village Street and number 6. He knocked on the window to get his attention, but when he saw the tower he turned and walked away. Meanwhile, a new inhabitant arrives in the village who can't even tell where he's from. And at Samakoa, a sarcastic woman on a tour bus told Michael that the car was waiting to take him to Mr. Curtis in the village. Number 6 receives a call to the clinic, where she voices her concerns to 313. Villages grow. It seems that number 2 is up to something. At this moment the doctor receives the test results and is horrified. Looking around the village, number 2 tells his son that this is all his legacy. Their conversation is interrupted by number 6, who wants to know exactly why he was declared dead. Number 2 replied that he had done everything he could to persuade them to live peacefully in the village or not at all. Meanwhile, 313 continues to be haunted by visions from another life, but number 2 warns him not to let the otherworldly girl control him. If you don't, you won't be able to help number 6 in the graveyard. Number 2 then hands flowers to his friend's 909 grave, where number 6 meets him and asks to help everyone leave the village. The boy claims his mother is taking care of him, but number 6 warns her mother is also dashing his hopes. After coming sixth, he pretended to be in front of 147, who said he would take him to someone in New York who might treat him. Michael was escorted to Curtis' car, where he recognized the driver as a 147-year-old from the village. On the way, the driver explained that he used to be a bad guy, but thanks to Mr. Curtis, he was able to change his life in the village. He 147 takes his number 6 to the village prophet, who tells him that salvation is at hand. They just have to wait. But I'm not going to give up on number 6. He is visiting his number 2 son who is drinking alone. The man asks about his mother and drugs and offers to elope, but the boy refuses. He has a case to complete in New York City. Michael visits Mr. Curtis, who turns out to be a prototype of number 2 and whose wife is in a trance. Mr. Curtis explains that the village is an experiment conducted in the minds of women. She sacrificed herself so that those who were hurt could have better lives, even if only in spirit. At this point, number 2's son enters his parents' bedroom and decapitates her mother. Mr. Curtis admitted that it was Michael who discovered everyone in the village. Meanwhile, at the infirmary, number 2 and number 6 die, and details of the upcoming funeral are announced. Later, number 2 returns home to find his wife dead and his son missing. He and his assistant searched the bar and found that his son had hanged himself. Nigo retrieves his body and puts it in a glass coffin. There are more and more holes in the ground in the village. Number 2 visits 147 and asks the man to shout this phrase at just the right time. Number 6 is the first to return to New York. Mr. Curtis explains to Michael that the village has a positive impact on the suffering people. The man recognizes villagers who are happy and contented here even in real life. Still, he believes people shouldn't be helped without their consent. Mr. Curtis gives Michael a chance to continue his experiments and gives him a ticket to the main floor of the summer school. At this point, number 2's 313 offers an opportunity to save her number 6. Number 2 eventually realizes that number 6's biggest weakness is humanity. He is so right that he wants to live his life according to his conscience. If you want to save him, he has to surrender to number 6. He then reminds number 6 that the door is open and he can go anywhere, but first he needs the village and it is his fear that is causing the white ball. Must confess. Number 6 sees this object and runs away, unable to face its deepest fear. The villagers gather at number 2's son's funeral. Number 6 miraculously lost consciousness and regained consciousness. Number 2 reads the obituary and confesses to the crowd that his son's death was a suicide and that they are all prisoners in the village. At this time, at a New York church, Mr. Curtis introduces Michael to Sarah, a prototype of 313. She is mentally ill and is suffering from the effects of child abuse. The man told Michael that she had been working with the girl for a long time until she fought back. Meanwhile, number 2 admits that he cannot save the village and that soon everyone will fall into the abyss. The child threw a stone in the face of number 2 and pointed to number 6. He can answer all of their questions, calling him number 1. Mr. Curtis enlists Michael's help in curing Sarah. The crowd starts yelling that number 6 will save everyone with number 1. Number 2 tells number 6 that the only way to close the hole is for the dreamer to take his wife's place. 313 then steps forward and takes the medicine. Michael grabs Sarah's arm and catches her collapsing, while number 2 stuffs a grenade into her mouth. He gave the number 6 and pulled out his needle. Mr. Curtis returned home to find his wife healthy and sitting at the examination table. Michael assumes the role of the new chief of Summerker on the high grounds of the village. Number 6 and sleeping 313 are watching the world around them. Only now did the man realize how beautiful it was and admitted that he was going to build a good village. 313 sheds tears. This movie is very complicated. It's not immediately clear what's real and what's a flashback or hallucination, especially with the same characters. But everything is balanced by a rather unpredictable ending that explains all the plot weirdness.